Hi, I'm Paul from Lynx Games, and I'm going to take you through how to set up and play the introductory game of For Northwood, a solo trick-taking game by Wil Su. We're going to get the box open, and let's have a look at what we've got in here. We've got the rulebook, which you can use to refer to later. We have the deck of dialogue cards, which are cards numbered 1 through 8 in each of the 4 suits: flowers, eyes, leaves, and claws. We're going to give this deck a nice shuffle. This is going to form the body of what we play with later in the game. There'll be a booklet called The Noisy Year. This is a campaign full of special setup instructions and different scenarios to take you through, which you should come back to when you're more familiar with the game. You have a visitation card to tell you which fief you are visiting right now, which on the back reminds you of the number of points you need to achieve the various trophies. For now, let's pop that up the top and set up the 8 fiefs, numbered 0 to 7, going across your player area. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then on to the rulers. You're going to need the 8 kings and queens. They're going to be shuffled up and placed at random over the 8 fiefs that you just set up in such a way that you can still see the number below. So the Queen of Claws is ruling the 0 fief, the Queen of Leaves is ruling the 1, the Queen of Flowers is on the 2, King of Eyes, King of Flowers, King of Claws, King of Leaves, Queen of Eyes. The important thing about the ruler in each fief is when you choose which fief to go to, the number tells you how many tricks you must win to bring that ruler onto your team. The ruler's suit tells you what will be trumps for that set of dialogues. Finally, as allies, you need the 4 jacks. It doesn't matter what order you lay these out. These are just abilities that are available to you during your part of the game. Later, you will also play with other rulers and allies, the Baron, the Prince, and the Lady. For now, these cards can be put off to the side. You can also recognise that they have a crown icon in the corner. They can be put off. Now let's move into our first fief. Having given the dialogue cards a shuffle, we're going to deal ourselves an opening hand of 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then looking at the hand, we're going to choose which fief to visit. That fief will determine what number of tricks we must win in order to bring that ruler onto our side and win the fief, and which suit will be trumps during that. So let's look at our hand. We've got some high claws. We've got a decent set of flowers. We've got a couple of leaves, not many eyes. It seems reasonable to go for, let's say, we're going to go for 5 tricks, visiting the fief that the King of Claws is the ruler of. Claws will be trumps for this. Now we move into the dialogues, and at each point in the dialogues, the ruler will play a card. You must follow suit, and if you beat that card, you win and place your card in the score pile. If you do not beat the card, you lose that trick, that piece of dialogue, and your card goes into the discard pile. You're aiming to get the number of cards into your score pile equal to the number on the fief you're visiting. Each time you have the opportunity to start a dialogue, you can use one of your allies' abilities first. So I'm going to ignore abilities for now and just go straight into the first dialogue. The ruler plays the 2 of eyes. I must follow suit. The only eye I have in hand is the 4. 4 beats the 2, so I get to put 4 in my score pile, and I have won a trick. I'll move on to the next dialogue. He's played the 7 of leaves. I must follow suit. Either the 5 or 4 is going to lose, and that losing card also goes into the discard pile. Let's flip again. We have the 8 of eyes. Now I cannot follow suit as I don't have an eye. So I have the choice of going off suit with a flower or a leaf, and I will lose the trick for not following suit. Or I can change the conversation back to the king's preferred topic of conversation by selecting one of my trump cards, in which case my trump will beat his 8 of eyes, no matter what value I play, and I will win the trick. So I'm going to do that and trump with the 6 of claws. I've now scored 2 of the 5 tricks needed to win this fief. let's carry on. The 3 of leaves is beaten by this 5. The 8 of leaves I cannot follow, so I will choose to trump with the 8 of claws. And I now have 4 wins of the 5 needed. I need to win exactly 1 more trick of what remains. So I'm hoping to draw a low flower and win with my 7 and not accidentally win a trick with the other 2. Let's see how this plays out. My 1 of claws, I must play off suit, and this isn't trumps, so I lose that trick. My 3 of eyes, I must play off suit, and I lose that trick. Now I might activate an ability of an ally to try to assist. I'm going to activate the Jack of Leaves, which says I can exchange the ruler on the fief I'm visiting with a neutral ruler that's up to 2 fiefs away. So I could swap in one of these rulers into fief number 5. The one I want to do is the King of Flowers, because it will make flowers trumps and make my 7 a winning card. So we will swap the rulers. You only get to play one ally's ability each time, so having played an ally's ability, I must go directly into the next dialogue, reveal the 1 of eyes, which I can trump with flowers. The hand ends when either my hand is empty, which is the most common ending, or the whole dialogue deck is empty, which can happen through use of abilities like the Jack of Claws, which will draw many cards. When the hand is over, look at how many cards you have in your score pile, and if it exactly matches the one on the fief, congratulations, you win. The ruler of that fief joins your team, yells, "For Northwood!" and you score a number of stars. The outer rulers are worth 4 stars each, then 3, 2, and 1 on the inside, making a total of 20 stars available. And you must get all 20 if you want the gold trophy. 18 stars would get you a silver trophy, while 16 stars will get you the bronze trophy. But that still counts as a win. Don't discount that. Having finished a fief, we will pick up all of the dialogue cards that we used and shuffle them back into the dialogue deck for next time. We will ready any allies that we've used. And going into the second fief, having been successful the first time, you now have 1 additional option during setup. Having shuffled the deck, given yourself your 8-card opening hand, and decided which fief you wish to visit, this seems like a relatively weak hand and is probably worth a bid of about 2. You have 1 opportunity to bring any ruler that has come onto your side into the game in place of one of your allies. So for this round, I think the Jack of Claws' ability is not so useful. He'll let you draw lots of cards to extend the hand and let you win more tricks. As I'm only bidding 2, I don't want that. I'm going to bring in the King of Flowers, who will allow me to discard 2 cards. His value is exactly sum to 9. I play him over the top of the Jack. For this round only, I have the King of Flowers on my side. Win or lose, the King of Flowers will leave the game after this fief, and I'll be back to my 4 allied Jacks. Let's play through this hand and see how it goes. With flowers as trumps, he plays a strong trump, which I'm forced to follow and lose to. The 8 of claws is played, which I discard the 5 of claws. The 7 of flowers is played. I must play offsuit, and there's nothing to trump because flowers already is trumps. So let's lose, let's say this, 5 of leaves. 4 of claws is played, which I can beat with my 7 of claws, so I will play that and score 1. 2 of eyes. I have 2 choices here. I could lose to the 2 of eyes with the 1, or I could beat it with the 3. Winning it would take me to 2 tricks, which is what I need for the fief, but I would be worried that this 6 of leaves might accidentally win a 3rd trick, losing the fief. However, if I lose this trick by playing the 1, do I have enough certainty that a low leaf is going to be played to allow my 6 to get a win? I'm going to go ahead and beat the 2 with the 3, and then activate the Jack of Eyes ability to draw 2 cards and then discard 2. We're going to try and, somewhat paradoxically, make our hand worse because we don't want to accidentally win any tricks. I'm going to discard the 6 and the 7, leaving myself with 3 1s I still have one small problem in that one of these ones is trumps and I could accidentally win there. You can only activate one ability at once, so having activated the Jack of Eyes, I must go directly into the next dialogue. 4 of Leaves is played, I follow suit and play under with the 1. Now I have the opportunity to use another ally's ability. I will use the Jacks of Flowers. He lets me discard all cards that match the current ruler's suit. So when I activate him, the current ruler is Flowers, I get to discard my flower. Having used an ally ability, we go into the next trick. 2 of Leaves is played, my play is off suit, it loses. We check the score pile. I have won 2 tricks. I said I would win 2. That's a successful fief. We pick up all the dialogue cards. The King of Flowers, who was only in for this game, now leaves, but his previous fief 5 still displays the For Northwood side with our 2 score stars to show that we were previously successful. The Queen of Flowers joins our side. For Northwood! We have reached 4 stars, and it would take 16 stars to win that bronze trophy. Had we lost the Queen of Flowers, she would be removed from the game and we would turn the For Northwood card over to show a barren wasteland with no hope or opportunity. I will flip our card back over to the For Northwood side to represent our actual success. And I hope this has been enough of an introduction for you to understand how to play For Northwood, and good luck conquering the kingdom yourself. Good games.